Welcome to Sports Management Podcast, where you will hear interesting sports management professionals share their stories, experiences, and passion for the sports management industry. I am your host, Marcus Philipsson. Welcome to this bonus episode of Sports Management Podcast. A while back, I was invited as a media partner for SIGA to attend a group call with legendary football striker Luis Saha. Luis is a SIGA champion and SIGA Europe Advisory Board member. The interview was organized and monitored by SIGA, Sport Integrity Global Alliance. How are sports organizations working towards integrity? Are they doing enough? How is it to play with Ronaldo? All this and more in this bonus episode. Luis Saha is a former football striker and he has represented clubs like Manchester United, Tottenham, Fulham, as well as the French national team. After his career, he has started his own company Axis and also become a SIGA champion. So why did Luis decide to be a sport integrity advocate and join SIGA after his career?
I think for me, it's such an honor as well because I've seen the work of SIGA to be considered as a potential contributor. Why? Because we have seen that over the years, like the word transparency or the word integrity, it means something, but there's no real action to be done or to be seen. So I think that SIGA currently trying to materialize that. And I feel like I could easily join such a momentum and forces. So I felt like it was my, let's say, duty to contribute the way I can. Not saying that I'm happy with the contribution yet. I think we can do much more things, but it's by being together. So I think that we need to change the mentality. And I feel like by the thing that I'm starting individually or as an entrepreneur, it was making sense to partner with SIGA. I has some kind of a brand and I think that whatever I can use it, I'm happy to put it alongside people who really are genuine or really want to change things and bring the sport values at the top. And that's basically what Emmanuel and Katie has delivered as messages, and I get it, and I'm very behind. So I'm a very passionate guy. I like to see results. As I was like a striker, I like to score goals, pretty much the same. So I don't like to speak for weeks and months and without seeing anything coming. So I'm here today with, I hope, like people who have the same passion, the same vision.
Luis goes on to talk about what responsibilities the players have with regards to sport integrity.
I think that's the thing. It's to try to really take their, let's say, education, their knowledge, their actual experiences, good or bad, to actually highlight the thing that need to be innovated, need to be improved. Definitely integrity in our sport has been tarnished in so many ways or whatever. We're not going to talk about organization names again, but we've seen it, and we are the biggest ambassadors of our sports. And if we don't understand how the mechanics of this industry works, you can't change anything. You can't advocate anything. You can't really back up the people who are trying to change things. So, yes, we have seen so many scenes where things happening and not even players are consulted. So I think it's a real problem because if you understand the power, the organization or governance trying to divide us. So as an individual, as players, because if we are coming together, we could be a real strength. And this is what I'm really conscious that players are starting to understand. They're starting to do things, I think with more conscious, so they get educated, they get the right support to do that. And I think our role is to really bring every single strength into one place, having a sense of organization to actually having a message with a purpose that makes sense, concretely bring results, because talking, that's not me. So I just want to be alongside people who really want to do things. So some sportsmen don't want to be helping others generation. Okay, fine. You do other things. You build a restaurant, you build whatever you want. Fine. I have no problem with that. But the ones who really want to do it, let's do it together. Let's try to change the mentality of the one who has the power, because over the years they always said they're going to change things, but we don't see any results. So I think it's time now to not taking over, but to really like push the one that create bias for nothing.
So how does Lewis think that SIGA can help transform the sports industry?
Definitely by having all that knowledge, because most of the members have been lawyers, successful entrepreneurs, successful in understanding the real problem of the industry, and having that regroup in terms of like having an association or an organization with credibility. Yes, it brings the people who are, as I said, like making barriers or making things difficult, or being the ones who are at the heart of the problem. Yes, we're gonna be right there in the face, right there with the help of the actual ambassadors or champion or athletes that are like willing to actually participate. And that's the thing, because if you don't have an organization, an entity to actually represent that or the message, it's really hard, because straight away the actual press or those guys use the fear element to target those individuals. By being an organization, by being represented with, like, let's say like a sense of structure, I think it really helped the champion or any athletes to come, because okay, there is an organization. I'm not going to be destroyed by joining some guy who think that he can actually change on his own whatever organization who has been operating for many years. So it's not going to happen. So we really need an entity that is organized with people who are respected, have a sense of like modernity, because the communication has changed. We need to speak to the younger generation to make sure that we educate them from the start, because now social media is so impactful, have a sense of distraction all the time. So many messages coming from left, right, and center, and this is why we need to get them focused with an organization that is organized.
Now, after his career, what are his goals and dreams in his civil career?
Yeah, I'm very passionate since I stopped my career. It was 8 years ago, so things will go very fast. But I would say that my entrepreneur journey I started 20 years ago, because I really worked hard as a football player to score goals, having a sense of pride with trophies and all that. I was like really privileged to live all those moments. But straight away, when I felt frustrated, is because in such a great environment where you can really enjoy and make people smile, I felt like I had to fight against a lot of principle or process that were just like not right. So I dedicated my first, let's say, few years of my retirement to build an environment that makes sense, where we can connect pro athletes and also entertainers to service providers, so companies that's going to be vetted, so to bring integrity. Again, that's a word that is very important to me, to facilitate decision. Those years when you bump into the wrong guy telling you that he's the best agent or the best advisor. Yes, it's probably 4 or 5 years with the wrong people. So it's really bad if you have like 10 years career. You have already of your career who has been with the wrong guy around you. So we are building all those logics and features that are already working on other platforms, and to make it centralized in one very easy accessible tool, which is an app. So like this, the actual pro athletes can, as I said, be together, be let's say develop personally, having a sense of like having another option alongside them, representative that can impartially guide them. So it's really about creating confidence, having a sense of community is really helpful in that sense. So this is what I'm very passionate. Obviously, I love my football, so I keep watching Cristiano Ronaldo scoring goals. But the main part of my life right now is to sacrifice a lot of time to integrity, to innovation, to, let's say, have a sense of a better transmission for the next generation. I'm trying hard, and I want to be helped by organization. And I think SIGA is one of them that is really behind us, and it's really refreshing.
Lewis has played together with Ronaldo in Manchester United. So how important is he for football? And how does Lewis see his return to Manchester United?
I'm going to start with the return of Cristiano. I think right now, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer can be very, very happy about this transfer, because he has been like, he's an extraterrestrial. He's someone that he can play everywhere, in any team in the world, any championship, he will score goals. He has this dedication and sacrifice that there is no one like him, definitely. And obviously, when you look at the most influential athletes in the world, that's Cristiano Ronaldo. That's not only about football. I'm talking about like society. Like a lot of people are watching the guy live, how in terms of his nutrition, or about how he respects the aspect of his family. All that is like real the best role model you can imagine. Because yes, you make people more healthy. So it's great, because it's an inspiration to do more sports, an inspiration to address the every problem with hard work. And this is what he represents. Sometimes he's even too hard, because every time even you see him talking, you feel like he's 100%. So it's an amazing ambassador, and I hope one day he can join us. He can join that organization in some way to bring more integrity in the world, because the aim for anyone who reach his level is to have an impact in this world. And I think Cristiano has so much potential, and I hope that one day everyone around him can advise him to do way much more impactful things. I think he's doing it, but I think he can do way much more.
How is Ronaldo as a teammate?
He's hard work individuals, motivating, but always with the smile. Is respectful. Is a family man. I mean, like if you don't like the guy when you have him as a teammate, it's because you are lazy or you don't want to win. That's simple as that. Other than that, you can't dislike the guy, or you have only respect. So I had a really great relationship. So now in terms of like choosing as a teammate or as an opponent, obviously I prefer to be playing with him. Even today in this team, I would love to be alongside him. As an opponent, he's a freak. It's just impossible to defend against. Always like in the 90 minutes, you feel like he can still score or want to score more goals. If he can score 5 goals in a game, he will do it. So he's just a machine. And when you are alongside him, you feel like you are the young kid, because the guy show so much maturity that you are really impressed. And I remember one day the guy see me like working really hard, but he was seeing me that I wasn't playing with a smile. And he told me, he was younger than me, but he told me, Louis, you are way better when you smile. Please smile. And that's stay here, like 10 to 11 years after, I still remember that.
Lewis goes on to talk about his style as a player and who he believes has a similar playing style to him.
It's a funny one, because I will think of Cristiano Ronaldo, not because I'm a genius like him or something like this, but the way he plays, you remind me my runs. You remind me the way that you see the goal he won the strike. I wasn't trying to complicate myself anymore. He's got way more skills, but he's got now a model where he wants efficiency. I was like really into that. Even sometimes I was dragging on the left or right because I didn't want to be marked all the time. The always, like as a kid, you look at the best players, and if you ask me if I want to be any player right now, Cristiano Ronaldo.
On the topic of sports integrity, Lewis was asked in the organization that he has represented, does he feel like the clubs have done enough to improve the integrity in sports?
There is definitely like room for improvement. Enough is not the case, because you have like industries that are still running the same way. You can clearly understand that in terms of integrity, there is like a great management of communication of campaigns. Like this is like they're doing great marketing stuff, but the result is not so efficient. So we are still like need really to push hard those guys. So it's still a process of organization, getting all together, having the strength of the partners, the sponsors, whoever investors can put ourselves in a better position to actually move things. Yes, let's do that. I don't think we have reached that. The establishment of like the SIGA Europe or SIGA with different continents will be really helpful, because everyone has their, let's say, requirement, but specificity. So it's very important to really, as I said, organize, educate the champion or anyone who can contribute. So there is a lot of work to do, because nobody is going to give up their seats. It's for sure. They won't give up their privileges or whatever they are trying to do. We want our sport to be cleaner. That's simple as that, and more efficient. There is help of technology today. Why the blockchain or all those systems were a bit more transparent are not established, I don't know. I have an idea of that, but yes, let's say that is coming with so much effort about be real and true to their words. I think they like to say integrity, but they don't like to do it.
Lewis goes on to talk about how he co-founded Axis and how diversity is important, both in sports and in life.
Completely, yes. Diversity is key to the integrity. Is it because integrity is such a word that sometimes people are confused. What does it mean? And in some way, I feel like it's justice. I prefer the word justice in a way that I think it's not fair. I don't like that. I think it's just not fair. And this is where we're working. And the fact that I see this post from one of my friends who sent me that stat, I was shocked. And again, it gives you an understanding that if people are not aware or educated about those things, nothing changes. Nothing will change if you're not aware or not putting people in front of information like that. So it was a shock, and I say, hang on a minute. Oh, we have a woman who is a co-founder and a black man who is a founder of this company. Oh, we're kind of like a front of something that is quite bigger than Everest, because no, it's like 2%. It's ridiculous, So for that instance, diversity and making sure that everyone has a chance is very important to our mission, and really wants to actually work with anybody who think that is the way forward. And we have so much to do.
It was an honor for me to participate in this group call with a legend like Luis Saha, and it's great to see how he is using his platform that he built during his playing career to now make a change for the better in terms of integrity and diversity in sports. I hope you enjoyed this bonus episode with Luis Saha, and if you are interested to learn more about SIGA and their great mission for improved integrity in sport, please click the link below.
Thank you, guys, and thank you for your contribution.